welcome to O2 Inside Line Live. We're here pitchside in Leicester, where the Red Roses have just won by 69 points to nil. I'm Eleanor Roper, and I'm joined by England internationals Rachel Burford and James Haskell, and of course Leanne Infante. Congratulations on your 50th cap.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was pretty tough out there today, but we came away with a win. Second half was really clinical, so enjoyed every moment. I've loved all the support as well, so it's just been a bit overwhelming, but it was a good day.
How does it feel for you to reach that big 50?
Yeah, it was never something that I'd ever thought would happen, but obviously staying in the squad and fighting hard for it. You know, last season, coming into this season, as the numbers build up, you know that that's then a potential. So to sit on the sidelines the last 2 weeks and then be able to come in has been pretty special.
I mean, we've been talking all afternoon about this crowd. I mean, how special was it to walk out on your own and just have all eyeballs on you to, give you the actual cheer and, the credit that you deserve for getting your 50th cap?
Yeah, the crowds were great. It was quite daunting. The steps were interesting, so I was just focusing on making sure I didn't trip up. But no, getting out onto the pitch here in the Raw, and everyone here has been fantastic today, so thank you all for coming.
What is it about scrum halves having a bit of aggro and a bit of anger? We were up behind you there, we were a little bit concerned. Can you tell me what happened at home if they've seen it?
I got a little bit winded, couldn't breathe, just heat of the moment, but we sorted it out afterwards. So
red mist.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to have a bit of bite about you, haven't you? Otherwise you're not going to do your job.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Every scrum half I've ever played with, Danny Kerr, Ben Youngs, everyone's got a little bit of niggle. They're the first ones to cause a fight, and when it kicks off, they're the last one in.
Let Marley pass.
Yeah. Is that Did Marley have your back then, ready to kick off?
The fight, no, I don't go out there to start fights. Let's just put that on.
Sorry. I believe you. People at home may not.
What are you going to be doing tonight to celebrate?
We've got opportunity to go out with friends and family this evening, but it's quite chilled. We've got a 6-day turnaround, so I'll see my family, everyone that's come out to support me today, and then I will be going to France tomorrow.
Well, enjoy the celebrations and best of luck in France.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
We'll take this off you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're going to be joined now by Emily Scarrett. Here she is. This is a really special moment. 100 England caps today. We're going to bring in our family as well. Hi, Emily's mum and Emily's dad.
Yeah.
If we can give Emily the microphone. Oh. Can we give her the microphone? Congratulations on your 100th England cap. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, to be honest. That in itself, and then obviously to have it here was just, you couldn't really write a script better, if I'm completely honest with you.
We're going to ask your mum and dad, how is this for you? I'm sure a very proud moment.
Don't ask Dad, he won't be able to hold it together.
I will. Makes us very proud, especially on a home turf. Like she said, she owes somebody some money here, whoever's writing the script.
I wonder, when Emily started playing rugby, is this something that you ever thought would happen?
No. I mean, she played from the age of about 5, went with her dad and her brother and said, I love it, I want to go back. And I thought, oh my goody, I don't want you to do that, but I supported her. And have done all the way through.
We're going to bring Rachel in, because Rachel, you shared a number of these caps with Emily.
Yeah, I mean, she's a phenomenal player, and we spoke earlier about how you've run out today, earned your 100 cap, but you've been world class for 100 games. There's never any dip in your performance, and I'm so proud to see you go out there. And I think your dad's slightly keeping it together, but does this mean she gets some duties off from the farm for getting 100 caps? Or
She's not as good on the farm as she lets her out to be.
Makes out she does a lot, but doesn't actually.
I've got a question for you. Right, what would you say to a young Emily Scarrett, 5 years old, coming to Leicester, that one day you were going to make 100 caps, be World Player of the Year, be playing in an England team which is beating everybody by 40 points? What would you have said to that girl?
Honestly, I'd be like, stop dreaming, get up, go and do something, go and do some real work, probably. I can't put it into words, like, honestly, I never dreamt of getting 1 cap, genuinely, let alone being stood here with 100, so, yeah, it's awesome, and it just shows what genuinely enjoying something can do. Yeah.
Now, we heard pre-match, I revealed a little bit of a secret, you obviously told it on the Good, the Scars, the Rugby, about your first cap, 2008, Apple Bottom Jeans, right, was your song. Everyone on TikTok, because obviously TikTok, a lot of dancing, a lot of singing. Will we get a rendition of that?
Boots with the fur.
Do 100 cap. You're gonna have to sing another song.
I think I'm gonna have to sing the entire way home if I'm honest with you. If the girls have got anything to do with it.
But what would you? Were you gonna go back to apple bottom jeans? You're gonna pull something new out of the closet?
Yeah, maybe go back to the start and then see where we go. We've had a lot of Anastasia on this week, and Mo's given me the Skazastasia nickname, which is a bit of a stretch, but we'll go with it.
I love it.
I mean, looking around, it's quite amazing on the sidelines here. You're obviously a massive role model. How is that for you?
Yeah, it's a bit weird to be honest. Obviously it's something that we've had to get far more used to as the game has grown and all that sort of stuff, but I've seen a big flag actually just to our left there, Leicester Forest East Rugby Club. That's where it all started. Both my brother and I played there for many years, so yeah, it's awesome to kind of genuinely come back home for a game because we travel so much around the world and around the country. It's awesome to be here.
And Skaz, how was last night? Because I know there's a bit of a different ceremony that happens during shirt presentation. Will you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, oh my God, it was quite overwhelming to be honest with you. Mum had put together quite a funny video that got shown. I'll show you that one another time.
The public release.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was perfect. Yeah, it's perfectly
PC.
okay.
It's PC, but yeah, Sarah Hunter stood up and said some really nice words about obviously myself, Leanne, and a couple of the girls that have come back from their rehab journey. So yeah, it was a longer shirt presentation than usual, and then I went back to my room just to try and decompress a little bit. And the girls started streaming in with cards. Mo had set up the room with there's 100 balloons, not 100 balloons, but balloons in the shape of 100, stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's not until stuff like that starts happening that you're like, oh, maybe this is quite a big deal. But yeah, just so grateful for the girls. They've been awesome.
What are the emotions like around your own kind of journey? Because I've come to a few of these games now, and talking to you back in the day, maybe 1,000 people, 2,000 people, smaller stadiums. You're now at Welford Road, 15,000 people, and there seems to be so many young girls who are looking at you as inspiration. What kind of emotion goes through your head knowing that you are someone's idol, that you are at the top of your game, and now you've got girls looking to go that they can achieve what you've achieved? Is it an amazing feeling? It must be better than anything.
Yeah, it's incredibly humbling. It makes you want to go out and continue to get better, make the game better for them, potentially when they might pull on the shirt in however many years' time. It is it's a strange feeling, as I say, one we've had to get a lot more used to, but it's so exciting to see what that young 5-year-old now could go on and achieve, and what the game might be like when they are sort of my age, maybe a bit younger, when they pull on an England shirt. It's super exciting.
I also just wondered about, we talked before pre-game about your injury. You showed
I thought you
me...
were going to say the boots hat.
No, the boots are unbelievable. Oh, look at him. Oi, you are so big time, right? Let's recap this. 100 caps, World Player of the Year, your own podcast named after you, a statue, and now you've got Adidas boots with 100 on it. That's incredible. I just wondered, obviously, your injury, you showed it to me, and I almost was sick. Obviously, a terrible injury. You've come a long way. Just how good is it to be back out here playing in the sun? And obviously, from your parents' point of view, was there a point where you thought maybe she wasn't going to come back?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I honestly did. But then I know she's resilient. I know she's got a lot of determination, quietly. And I knew that she would try her hardest to get back.
If there was any way back, she was coming back.
Was there any dark times with that injury where you thought, I'm not sure this is going to work, it's a long road to rehab, and does today make it all worthwhile?
Yeah, when she was sitting on the sofa at home, me looking after her, there were a lot of dark moments.
I was like, Mum, leave me alone.
We're so happy that we're here to see it and share it with you, and we hope you have an amazing time celebrating tonight.
Thank you
all together.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And on to France next week.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Thank
big
you.
one. Thank you.
We'll take the mic off you.
See you later.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we're going to bring in Helena Rowland now. Here you go, mic for you. We can hear everyone shouting Emily's name. Congratulations. Brilliant to see you at 15 today. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. Nice to be in a bit more open space. And yeah, a little bit of counter-attack opportunity is what I love. So yeah, it's enjoyable out there. We'll wait and see whether it happens again.
Do you want it to happen again? Are you happy out there?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see. I'm happy to play anywhere, to be honest, which I think is why I have. So, yeah.
I mean, it suits your game, doesn't it? You love that free, open space, being able to take on defenders that you was literally swiping them away today. It's brilliant to see. I mean, let's talk a little bit about that first half. Quite a few errors at times. I mean, what was said at half-time to then to come out and put the performance in that you did then?
I think, like you said, just a lot of errors, so we just hammered home the accuracy message. Didn't necessarily need to change anything. We had a lot of opportunities, but we just weren't taking them. So yeah, we're just simple things done well, go back to basics and then build from there.
Was it quite nice to actually be under a bit of pressure, because quite a few of the games have gone your way? We know Simon Middleton is quite calm, everything's kind of been heated, talked up in the press. Did he lose his head? Was there any shouting, or was it quite calm?
It was pretty, It was pretty calm, actually. I think a lot of people have asked, what was said in the changing room, like, what was the messages, but yeah, he was quite calm. He was like, things like this are going to happen, it's up to you guys on the pitch, you need to figure out what works, try and get the ref on side and go from there.
You're obviously playing France next week as well. I mean, 6-day turnaround. Obviously, the first half didn't go away. How much better have you girls got to be today? And are they the benchmark side? If you want to really, really, really cement yourselves as by far and away the best team in the world, you've got to actually put them away next week?
Yeah, I think so. I think all their games so far, they've started really fast, which is something that we're obviously aiming to do. So far, we've finished really well, but not quite got the start. So, yeah, it's going to be a big first 40 next week, and they're really going to bring it to us. We know they're a good team. We know they're physical. They love to play an expansive game. So, yeah, we've really got to be on our game next week.
We look forward to watching. Thank you very much. Congratulations. We'll take your mic and let you get out there and see everyone.
Thank you.
Pop that down there. I mean, you touched on it there. Maybe not the start that England wanted today, but they did obviously go on to get the job done.
Yeah, and I think Helen touched on it then. There's been, throughout the campaign, their start hasn't been the greatest. Scotland obviously got on the board really early in the first half, but if you know that you can finish games out and you have the bench to come on and have that kind of impact, that's unbelievable. But they can't afford to start really slow next week against France. They'll know that. They'll know that this week they're going to have to tidy up on areas that make sure they get them into the game in the first half.
We're going to show Marley's try now. Yes. One of many great tries today.
Yeah, I mean, look, Marley Packer's on fire. We actually flagged it up early days, how good she's actually been. I mean, look, I'm really interested. I think we're obviously on 0-2 inside line for England, but credit to Ireland in the first half. Their ability to get turnovers early was really good. I think it challenged the discipline. But Marley Packer to finish here, incredible outside break, showing her power. She is one of the heartbeats of this side when she's physical in defence, which I thought she was in the first half. But that nice little turn of pace, the handoff to score in the corner, and obviously she's a bit of a hero in this team. We talked before, Rachel and I were talking about kind of who was the leader, and you can see she's like a bubbling little aggressive person ready to fire out, and she means so much to the team that when she gets involved, and obviously we just got here as well, Skaz getting a 100th cap, that
special
golden
to see,
cap.
it really is.
Well, her mum and dad here, what an amazing achievement. That's what I love about the women's game. It's still got so many of the values that a lot of the male game has lost. Getting her family on board, giving that golden hat, and you see how much it means to her. And parents, they sort of always give up. There's always a story behind every good player. There's a parent that's been driving.
It takes a lot for your family to get. I mean, both of you will know what it takes to get here.
But also, mums are always desperate to look after them. I bet she wouldn't want her to have left. If a mum has you injured on the sofa and she can mother you again, that's the dream. And do you were you looked after like that?
Oh, 100%. Like, my mum couldn't do enough for me, but they sacrificed so much, our parents, to get us to
driving around.
Oh yeah, taxis here and there, petrol bills. Good job. Yeah, I'm not still playing with the amount of petrol that's at the moment, but I think it's such a remarkable day for Emily Scarratt. We keep talking about the story that's written for her, but then on the shoulders of her teammates, the ones that really mean the most to her, and to have her parents hand her cap to her is unbevable.
Yeah, it's
I just wonder as well, right, because I've obviously never been on a women's rugby team night out. They said there was a 6-day turnaround. You've got Infante with her 50th. You've got Emily with her 100th, right? They've got a 6-day turnaround. They're talking up a real professional game. Will there be a few white wine spritzers flying around tonight, or will it be subdued? What do you reckon the vibe will be?
I think they'll wait. They'll wait 6 more days and then go hard next week.
And then how big do they go when it finishes? Do you not even remember, or you just
no.
so big, you can't remember?
No, of course, have a good night out, but all sensible, all well behaved.
All right, the professional media answer here, all very sensible. People have fun, but in a controlled way, and everyone drinks responsibly. Excellent.
We have got we laugh, but we've got France first. I mean, a massive game, and has always been sort of sitting there as potentially really the toughest fixture that England are going to have.
Yeah, right from the start of the Six Nations, all the talk has been about this final round, England v France, the big finale. Also, we know that they've got them in the World Cup pool, so the last opportunity to play before going to New Zealand. And it's got everything written on it. I'd say both teams haven't hit a perfect performance. Both teams have had up and down. They've had quite a lot of errors. Set piece hasn't gone quite right. So it's all for the making of a explosive, exciting game next week. You can't call it. I think England have more strength and depth, but in France, having played there before, knowing what their crowds are like, it is a really hard place to go.
Well, I mean, I think there's just this incredible rivalry. I would say that, before it was England versus New Zealand. New Zealand were, the premier team for a while. But it's now England versus France, and I remember being at Twickenham where actually if it wasn't for an Emily Scallett try, they wouldn't have beaten France. They left it very late. There's a real physicality between the two of them, and there's a lot of rivalry. And actually when I went there, I was blown away by the physicality. Next week's going to be a real test. If they start like they started today, there'll be a few problems, but I think this is a perfect moment for England, who have had a few easy rides, to really cement themselves as the best. And actually I was just seeing on the camera there, so many girls asking for autographs. That is important. To grow this game, you need to create stars, you need to have people, access to the fans, and these girls are amazing, and I love to see it. Everyone getting hounded for autographs, shouting Emily's name.
Yeah,
what more do you need?
It's special to see. Well, if you weren't already looking forward to seeing England taking on France next weekend, then I think James and Rachel have definitely sold it for you. Plenty more on the England Rugby social channels. Here is a little look of what you can find in the meantime.